Thank you. All right, what's up? How you guys doing tonight? Good. Well, thank you guys for coming. I'm glad to see you guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. I guess the first thing is, by applause, for who is this the first time at Eddie's Attic? Yeah, cool. Thanks, Eddie's Attic. And anybody been to one of my comedy graduations before? Anybody in the audience done that before? All right, then in that case, let me tell you guys what's going to happen tonight, what you're in for. Tonight, your friends are going to tell original stand-up comedy jokes, and it's going to be a lot of fun. These guys are not professional comedians, but we've worked for the last 6 weeks to explore ideas that are going to be funny. We've worked with different techniques for making them into punchlines, and it's it'll be an evening of highs and lows. That's the best. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, basically 6 weeks ago, 13 people each said, "I'm committed to getting on stage and sharing my ideas," and 8 of those people are here tonight. So give them a round of applause. And in this class, what we do basically is try to explore stuff that is a source of stress in our life, and we learn to make fun of it. Because we live in a world that doesn't... Everybody's nervous. So we've made an agreement between the comedians and the audience. They won't heckle you. You guys won't heckle them, so we'll be cool. But, just basically, we want to make fun of the world around us and just the fact that it's all nonsense. Like, I was watching TV today, and I was watching, like, a commercial for an antidepressant, and, like, half the commercial was just, like, the side effects. It was, like, vomiting and headache and nausea and no sex drive. But the people on the commercial, they're, like, happy and smiling and laughing. And I'm thinking, this shit must really work. And then I'm watching, like, another commercial is like to fight herpes. It was like Valtrex. Have you guys seen that? It's basically people who I guess have herpes, and they're just like dancing and clubbing. And the commercial says like, don't let herpes ruin your active social life. I'm like, isn't that how you got herpes in the first place? Like, maybe you should just get a cat or something. And then I saw this. You guys probably know about this. This new prescription drug card for the old folks. Like, they don't understand it. Big surprise. But the stupid thing is the government's like solution to this problem. Like, they don't get it. So the government collects all the answers and they put them where? On a website. Because that's where the old people go for information. They're like. And I see the commercial for this, and I'm sure the old people are like on their phone, www. It's not working. But okay. I got the front row going, that was a good one. I like that. So, but that's the point. The point is to find stupidity in the world. You don't have to go far. Expose it, and then turn it on itself, make fun of it. Like, see the lighter side of bad stuff. Like, I'm lazy. I'm a really lazy guy. And I shouldn't tell this, I guess. But, like, this morning, I found a cockroach in my shower, and I was too lazy to kill it. Yeah, I asked it to do my back. And I know I'm lazy. My dad always tells me I'm lazy because he thinks comedy is not, like, a job. Just because you don't get paid. And I mean, I think that's closed-minded, frankly. But he has no sense of humor, so you can't really talk to him. He compensates by not having a sense of humor by having like a really bad temper. And he's the kind of guy you can tell when he's mad because he's got his own unit of time. So like, hey Dad, I'm gonna be a comedian. He's like, just a goddamn minute. That usually goes better. All right, but I'll move on to a new topic. My girlfriend broke up with me. Let's talk about that. Yeah, it was tough. We were in like a real long-term relationship, and I guess it was my fault because I couldn't compromise. I couldn't learn to compromise. I learned to compromise on some things like ethics and values, but you know, somewhere you got to draw the line. Like she liked morning sex, and I didn't like it. You know, I'm like, I just woke up. Why would I want to do the one thing guaranteed to put me back to sleep? You know? So I'm single. And the thing that, I guess the straw that like broke the camel's back was she caught me looking at other women. And I was like, honey, it's hard not to look, you know, especially, you know, they're right in front of me and they're dressed all sexy and, you know, it took 30 minutes to download. You gotta give me a break. All right, so I think you guys are cool. I think we're ready to get started. You guys ready for your comedian? Yeah. So, quick, by way of getting started, I guess, these are not professional comedians. They're nervous, you're nervous. There are a few things we can all do to make this night go really well. The first is no heckling, please. Even if you think you're helping, just don't do it. It's my fault, you know, I forgot to cover that topic. And so just do me a favor. Help me out. The other thing is no smiling. You know, laugh out loud. That's the point. These guys can't see your smiles. It's a little dark back here. So if you think something's funny, you gotta let them know. You gotta laugh. So we're all just here to have fun. So just make sure you're expressing yourself. And then the final thing is try to avoid direct eye contact with the comedians. They really could snap at any moment. I've seen it happen. All right, no, we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce our first comedian. He's a very funny man. I'd like you guys to welcome him with a round of applause, Jim Gilson.
Hello, how are ya? Good evening. My name is Jim Gilson. I'm 49 years old. A lot of people my age have bad backs. I have a bad front. A lot of people my age are getting facelifts. I need a face change. Doc, can you give me the face of someone who hasn't screwed up his life? I've screwed everything up. Marriages, I've been married and divorced way too often. The last time the judge was like, Mr. Gilson, maybe it's you. Divorce is expensive too. I mean, every time they get half of your money. I'm so poor, my last divorce was in small claims court. And my ex was like, all those orgasms were fake. I'm like, really? Well, so were those diamonds. We fought for 5 years, $25,000, and finally the judge in the state of Georgia awarded me joint custody. I was the first one to get joint custody in a disputed case in Georgia. Why up left? Joint custody. Joint custody sucks. Because you still have to dish out money, you still have to fight over your kids, nobody cooks or cleans, and we sleep with other people. It's just like marriage. I'm a single parent, 2 boys and a girl. We had that sex talk. I told him, I said, sex is a dirty, vile, despicable, disgusting act. If done correctly. I'm a single parent, which means I spoiled my kids out of guilt. I spoiled them. I'm trying to teach my son the value of money, so I took away his credit card. He said, "Dad, how will I get gas?" I said, "Here's $2, go to Taco Bell." I swear he's got Tourette's. "Will you please clean your room?" "Fuck you, fuck you." It made me realize that George Bush's partial birth abortion ban is incomplete. It should be no abortions from the third trimester through age 12. But from age 13 to 21, come here, bud. I'm kidding, I love my kids. I do. Normal, healthy kids are a pain in the ass. But you know, it's a wonder that they turned out as good as they did, because I'm from a dysfunctional family. You know, we're so dysfunctional. I thought that Dad's home meant the Friday night fights. We had the Betty Ford Clinic on speed dial. Telemarketers have us on their do not call list. 911 has us on call block. Even our neighborhood bully, codependent. We had a codependent neighborhood bully. He'd come over, beat us up, then he'd go home and beat himself up. I was asked if it bothered me that there's a history of bestiality in my family. I told him, nah. I met a lady at a family reunion, and I asked her, "Are you my cousin, my sister, my daughter?" She said she didn't know. So I asked her out. She said, "Nah." Oh, God, wasn't the traffic sucked today, didn't it? Took me about 3 hours to get over here. But a lot of lousy drivers, and I've got to admit it, I'm the lousy driver. Really, I don't pay attention. I'm always just preoccupied. I've rear-ended more people than Richard Simmons. I've caused more accidents than Waffle House chili. I've been pulled over more than Donald Trump's sideburns, I swear to God. I've got more tickets than a scalper for the Hawks. Here's $50, buddy. Will you just take this stack? It's heavy. That means that it's hard to sell Hawks tickets. Well, anyway, I'm almost 50, so I'm going through my midlife crisis. And that means, you know, I realize that there's only a little bit of time left, and there's so much I still want to do. Skydive, own a sports car, maintain a healthy erection. Well, midlife is tough because I'm forced to deal with mortality. All these deep emotional investments are lost. You know, people dying, you know, the president, mom, friends, the lawn. Anybody here need someone that has a green thumb for crabgrass? I'm good at that. I can grow crabgrass. Well, here's something. In the last year, I've lost 120 pounds in the last year. My whole life has changed. Before, I couldn't fit in bleacher seats. My stomach stuck out to here, and I couldn't see my feet. My body looked, my body looked like the Enterprise. And then my knees they launched a campaign, against me. They were complaining. said, Captain Kirk, we can only take so much weight down here. My God, we're only designed for 200 pounds. Damn it, Jim, listen to him. Really, you got a BMI of nearly 50. You gotta do something. He's right, Jim. You're one fat fuck. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing on airplanes. You know, can I have the seatbelt extension, please? And a couple extra bags of peanuts? And a Diet Coke? I kept gaining weight. So I took speed. It made me eat faster. I ended up in rehab. That didn't work. I asked the doctor, how long before I'm cured? He said, well, that's up to your D's. I said, my D's? He says, yes, it depends on your determination, your decisions, and your deductible. Jesus. God, I'm almost 50. I don't need drugs anymore. I get the same effect from standing up too fast. Well, anyway, I'm a bachelor now. I love being a bachelor. All my married friends, they've got to be so refined. They have matching china and silver. Ugh. For me, if I run out of glassware, I just go to the ball game. 15 beers later, I've got a new set. And they match. That's right. I got a Georgia Tech one, I got some Georgia ones, I got some Hawk ones. Well, anyway, I'm going to take off, but dating is kind of strange at 50, when you're approaching 50, because my sex drive is going down and women are just getting aggressive. My girlfriend is like, I'm just getting my sexual peak. And I'm like, great, I'm just getting DirecTV. With TiVo. Thank you very much for your time. Thank
you. Another round of applause for Jan. Can't teach talent like that. That was a funny man. Another funny man is on stage next. I would like you guys, he's a teacher, and I'm sure you guys will be very disturbed about the future of your children after he's finished with his act. Put your hands together for John Carlton.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, everybody. So I'm a teacher. I already spoiled that introduction. Got into a little bit of trouble this year. I was holding nap time too long. So I got pulled in for my end of the year evaluation. I told the principal, I said, hey, these kids need a full hour for their nap. My principal said, not at this high school. So I can't have nap time anymore. I have to call it what everybody else is calling it, first period. It really is tough teaching, especially with all the bad attitudes around. This school sucks. I hate this place. I want to go home. So I avoid the teacher's lounge. Eat lunch in my room, yes. I do teach at Cross Keys High School. Got some people there. It's a very diverse school, a lot of people from everywhere. A friend of mine teaches up in North Cobb County. And she was telling me her school is diverse too. I guess that means they got a few kids that don't have SUVs. The hardest part of school, the biggest challenge is all the drugs. I mean, we got Ritalin, Prozac, weed, and I can't remember what else they caught our principal with. They put warning labels on all the drugs, and that's good. But what I really need is some warning labels on my students. Danger. Exposure could cause a desire never to want to have children. For best results, shake well before teaching. So the kid could come in with the warning label on, and I could read it, and, I could take care of business that way. He comes in the room. Okay, Xanax. Looks like the coloring book again today, Jimmy. Here, have a seat. I do give my kids credit, though. They are great with any kind of technology. They're awesome with it. Took them about 5 minutes to hack into my online gradebook. Hey, good work, guys. You all got A's again. You're all so smart. All this skills with technology does have some drawbacks, though. They don't know how to read a clock with the hands on it. They only know how to read digital clocks. So, caught a couple of kids out in the hallway before school had started. I said, hey, guys, can't be out here. It's quarter till. You got to wait till the bell rings. They looked at me and said, you mean we got to wait 25 minutes? Yeah. 25 minutes. You go ahead and wait that long. All this technology is out there. It's supposed to make life easier, faster. They got the new self-checkouts at the Kroger, right? It's not any faster. It's not any faster because you're answering all these questions. I was at Kroger today. I stepped up. Please scan your Kroger Plus card now. Do you have any coupons? Would you like cash back? Are you a senior citizen? How's your mother doing? I just want to go to the grocery store. That's all I want to do. The teenage years are pretty tough. I had a tough time when I was a teenager. I was very tall and also extremely skinny. And people say the kind of the dumbest stuff to you when you're tall. They come up to you, hey, you're tall. You should play basketball. So I'm like, hey, you're short. You should be a jockey. Stupid coaches. I felt kind of bad for my mom because she had a skinny kid in the house, and so she would overfeed me on purpose. Didn't do any good. But I could tell she was really, really worried about defects. Of course, being funny looking, I had a hard time talking to the girls. My feet grew first before the rest of me, so I had these big size 12 feet and a little 4-foot body. It was perfect L shape. I walked up to this group of girls, and they took a look at my skinny legs and my big size 12s, and they're like, ew, gross. My older brother came over to help out. He said, hey, he's got big feet. You know what that means. They said, ew, gross. And they walked away. But even funny-looking skinny guys do find love. I've been happily married for 3 years now. Not 3 years in a row. My wife is here tonight. She's walking out the door. See you later, honey. The hardest part about being married is losing your privacy. It's hard. I can't go anywhere without being looked for. I'm on the phone. Sweetie, who you talking to? I'm in the bathroom. Honey, what you doing in there? So we got a brand new, bigger house now, and I can disappear for a good 5, 10 days before she finds me. The hardest part for us in our relationship is that we're total opposites. We got the yin and the yang, all right? She loves country music. I like rock and roll. She eats white bread. I like wheat. She screams, and I holler. It's tough on us. I lost it there for a second. I'm back. Whenever we run into problems, I ask my parents for advice. My parents are divorced. It's not a smart move. It's kind of like asking Dr. Kevorkian for medical advice. But we're decorating our new bathroom, and she wants it to be pink. So I called up Mom. I said, Mom, We need some help. You two need to compromise. I had no idea that women have a totally different definition of compromise than men do. So my dad called up later. Hey, son, what color's the bathroom? Dad, we compromised. It's pink, isn't it? Thank y'all very much. I'll enjoy the rest of the show.